and we're going to talk about traveling with your dog. This is our little toy dog, and she has, in her short life, she's a little over a year now, she is in her 10th country. It's not the easiest thing, but we have actually created a process which allows you to do the same thing that we do. One of the challenges is staying grounded. How do you sort of live a life that's consistent from day to day? And I really think having an animal travel with you really does that. They're allowed to sit on your lap. It's a small dog. If it's a bigger dog, it's more complicated, although the process does work. Welcome to the Jerz Way. Today we're going to do something a little bit different, and we're going to talk about traveling with your dog. I actually get a fair amount of questions because, as many of you have seen on some of these podcasts, we almost always have Cotufa with us, who's our little toy dog, and she has, in her short life, she's a little over a year now, she is in her 10th country. We're in Vienna in Austria right now, and this was actually her 10th country. So she's a very well-traveled dog. She travels on her Argentinian passport since she was born in Argentina. But because I am her dog parent, she has residency in quite a few other countries. So she is able to travel the world with us. And it's a common question I get. How is it that you are able to travel the world with your dog? Because it's not the easiest thing, but we have actually created a process which allows you to do the same thing that we do and travel the world with your beloved dog. I originally started to travel with another dog. I had a dog named Bally, who was an Italian Greyhound. I had her for many years. I had her for almost 15 years, and she traveled the world with me. She was my first dog, and will always hold a dear place in my heart. She has unfortunately passed, but she was the sort of the inspiration for this other little business that I have, which is helping other people travel with their animals. So I started doing this many, many years ago with Bally. And again, it is very similar to the Jerz Way stuff in that it was something I did, I figured out how to do. And so then people started asking me, hey, how can I travel with my dog? And it sort of snowballed and became this little business. And now our beloved Cotufa has sort of taken over the torch, the flame, and is continuing with the business. You can check out Cotufa's TikTok account. It's the Cotufa Way. Easy to remember if you follow me. And she has some products on there that she sells. And one of those products, which I'm going to talk about today, is how do you travel the world with your dog. So it's sort of a crossover product because it is very relevant to a lot of the followers at the Jerz Way, because a lot of you are, I don't want to say necessarily nomads, but to an extent, a lot of you either travel a lot or do live a somewhat nomadic life. And I really think that in this lifestyle, as crazy as it sounds, having a dog is one of the best things you can do. And the reason is it grounds you. As many of you know, I'm all over the place. Today we're in Vienna. We're in Europe for most of the summer, but we're always on every corner of the earth, and that can be lonely. It has a lot of positives, as I always talk about, but one of the challenges is staying grounded. How do you sort of live a life that's consistent from day to day? And I really think having an animal travel with you really does that, because, yeah, I might wake up in a different region of the world tomorrow, but the consistency, the grounding is I have my dog with me. And how do you accomplish that? Well, what we've done with Cotufa's help, we have created a program that can help you certify your animal as a service dog. And this allows you to travel on airlines, most airlines around the world. Your dog, in most cases, does not have to go inside of any crate. They don't have to go on the bottom of the plane, of course, which is something I never recommend. They're allowed to sit on your lap if it's a small dog. If it's a bigger dog, it's more complicated, although the process does work. And they can usually sit at your foot, either in the aisle or in the space between your feet and the seat in front of you. It used to be much easier to do this. So when I first started traveling with Bally many years ago, it was called an emotional support animal. And basically the airlines allowed you to do this. And unfortunately, a lot of people abused it, and there were some aggressive animals, and the result was they made it much more complicated. Now you can't just say, hey, I don't like flying, so I need this dog to support me. You have to have a medical reason, a true service animal. And what we've done is Cotufa's put together an ebook about traveling the world as a service animal, cute little book with pictures and all the information you really need to duplicate our process and do the same thing that we do. What does a service dog mean? It means that you have an emotional or some sort of medical issue that requires you to have an animal when you travel. Works for flying, works to bring dogs into most restaurants that typically don't allow dogs, supermarkets, hotels, really anywhere. You can bring your service animal without a charge. It's illegal for them to charge you if your dog is a properly licensed service dog. And how do we accomplish that? One, we work with a licensed medical professional who will evaluate your case and will certify that, yes, indeed, you do require a service animal because of your medical condition. And what qualifies as a medical condition? Well, the good thing is a lot of stuff qualifies, and we can pretty much work with you to facilitate this process with our doctor. And so you will get a letter from the licensed medical professional stating your need for travel with a service animal. Additionally, we get you certified and your dog certified, most importantly, as a licensed service dog, which gets you both a certificate and this ID card right here that has a handy QR code that the airlines or hotels or whoever can pull up, verify that the dog is certified. And also, you can see Cotufa's cute little vest here. She's now an S. She has gone up in size from when she first started her job as a service animal at, well, she was a couple months old when she started, which is a little bit younger than I would recommend. But we had some issues which necessitated getting her certified at a young age. The beauty is the company we work with to certify can do this online. It's a remote process. So we can have your dog certified as a service animal online. You don't have to go anywhere. We can do this from anywhere in the world. We will get you your vest, your ID card, the medical certification, and the ebook that explains how to put this all together and how you can do what we do, how you can travel the world with your own little Cotufa.